Are we ready?
Yeah.
We might be loud, so just close your doors. Can't help you with that. I get passionate, especially about this book.
We'll try to keep it in mind.
We'll try and think about you guys for sure.
You know what?
Sure.
And it's a good motivation so that we aren't screaming into the mics.
That's good. We'll keep it a little bit. So fun fact is we didn't mean to plan our outfits.
No, we didn't. We did not. But we are matching. So that's kind of fun.
It's beautiful.
Totally.
And especially with love in the background.
100%. We're celebrating Valentine's Day here at Read It When We Pod.
Let me know if you can see our Easter egg of our current book. I just closed my show today. Yay! Can you insert the clapping? Like, woo!
Yeah.
Okay. So I just closed my show today. I need the salmon cat stuff, like where it's like
the little thing.
Yeah, we should get that.
We should get that.
It was a beautiful run, beautiful people, beautiful cast. But I've had these godforsaken same colored nails on for the past month and a half.
We hate them now.
And I'm really sick of it. And now Valentine's Day is coming up, so I'll be able to do my nails.
We're gonna get festive.
Oh my god, off camera, let's talk about your Valentine's Day plans.
Okay, I don't know what they are, so.
Okay, that's fine. So are we gonna insert the book?
Oh, okay, my birth control alarm. By the way, I've been trying to get my birth control reinstated, actually for like 2 weeks.
What do you mean reinstated?
By reinstated, I do just mean like my prescription filled.
You don't have it for 2 weeks?
I don't have it.
What the hell?
I don't have it.
That's rude.
I don't have it.
Where is it? Why won't your doctor give it to you?
So I'm not really sure. I was getting notifications that my CVS pharmacy was unable to refill my prescription.
Transfer it.
So I called my OBGYN. I was like, hey, I'm getting these notifications. I don't know why my prescription can't get filled. And they were like, okay, we'll call it in for you now. So I never got a confirmation from CVS. And my gyno is closed on Saturdays, so couldn't call them yesterday. And
call them first thing tomorrow.
I'm going to.
You have to.
I have to.
You need to get that.
I actually have a gyno appointment on that. Not to give you all my information, all my medical history,
of
but
course.
I do have a gyno appointment on Thursday. So worst comes to worst, I will speak to her about it and just be like, "Hey,
on Thursday, yeah, but see if you get it on Monday. Because the longer you wait, the more it resets, and it's a whole situation.
No, 100%.
And you don't want to have to deal with that.
I don't want to have to deal with that.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm dealing with an off.
Exactly.
I'm dealing with an off.
You're just a girl.
I really am. Like, I just want to get my prescription. God damn it.
How'd they not fill it?
Okay.
So,
welcome back to Read It and Weep podcast, guys. Episode 2, going strong. Look at our mics.
I hope you missed us. I'm going to get us really good ones, but maybe we're going to have a collection. I want a bookmark collection in general.
I think that would be fun for us. So, yeah, if you didn't, oh my god, can I talk? Hi.
Hi.
If you couldn't tell, these are bookmarks.
We thought it'd be creative.
And also a way to keep the mics far away from our face, because last time we were screaming, keenly aware of the fact that it was very harsh audio. Yes. And you guys don't deserve that, so.
But thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for persevering.
Thank you for being here for episode 2 of our podcast. This is beautiful.
A lot of love in the room.
At 10 o'clock, that's going to ding 10 times.
Perfect.
So just
perfect.
It only dings once every half hour, but
no, that's awesome.
On the hour, it hits set amount of times.
It's currently 9:32.
It's great at 3 a.m. You know what I mean? Like awesome. You wake up, you're scared, you just watch Stranger Things.
I was gonna say it's really giving like Vecna kind of, what is that called? Hallucination.
Yeah. Hallucination. Yeah. But it was real, so it wasn't even. What's real?
Right. I don't know. I never watched the 5th season.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I never figured it out. But
okay, well.
I couldn't do it.
I did.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Natalie watched it twice. She watched it on her own, and then she watched it with me because
that's bonding.
It was great. Okay.
Let's talk. And we watched and read Freida McFadden's The Housemaid.
But in separate orders.
Yes, this is going to bring a fun and flirty dynamic to this podcast.
Yes.
I watched the movie first, saw it in cinemas with my mom and my brother. And then I read the book. I listened to the audiobook.
Which still counts.
If you want to call it cheating, by all means, have at it. But
I don't care.
I didn't want to purchase the book, so.
My tooth's still intact.
Oh my god, hi, Andrew Winchester in the attic.
No. I was having PTSD with that, honestly. I have a habit of chipping my front tooth. And
that ain't right.
He pulled out the exact one that keeps chipping, and
Spoiler
I'm
alert,
freaked.
if you didn't know.
You shouldn't be watching this if you haven't done either of the two.
Honestly, that's true.
Unless you want this as Spark Notes.
You need to do your research if you want to like be an active participant in this podcast.
Exactly.
We can do a synopsis though.
We could do a brief synopsis.
Totally.
I read the book over the summer before I knew that it was going to be a movie. It was announced that it was going to be a movie. I was thrilled, over the moon. I read this book in like a day. I like to sit outside,
You
tan.
swallowed it whole.
I did. I was really excited. This was the first book that really intrigued me deeply after The Inmate, I believe it's called. Great book. It's my favorite book. I think
Was
I
it
put
by?
it on.
No, your favorite book? Well,
No, it
me
wasn't The
telling
Inmate.
you-
It wasn't The Inmate. It
Silent
was
Patient.
Silent Patient. Oh my god, my favorite book was Silent Patient.
me correcting you. Me
I
being
know.
like, that's not your favorite
Well, because
book.
The Inmate, I think Freida McFadden wrote.
Oh,
I think she wrote The Inmate, and I think that's why I'm thinking of it because I think I'm gonna read it.
possibly. This was my first foray into the Freida McFadden world. She's not really my typical genre, but
It's typical. I love this genre.
I enjoyed it. I did.
This was my genre. I loved it.
Yeah, this was for you.
I loved it. I'm thrilled. The next book is not so much for me, because I can't read.
Yeah, it's it's definitely tough.
Definitely scary.
It's definitely gonna make us better readers. It's definitely gonna make us a little more literary.
A little more, like closer to the psych ward.
Totally. Hopefully we're not ripping out our hair follicles like Nina Winchester.
Or our teeth.
Right, of course.
Thank you, Andrew.
Of course.
All right, great. What did you? Should we start with should we do a synopsis
Yeah, let's do a synopsis.
for those if you just wanted to like?
Yeah, if you wanted to hang out with the girlies.
Yeah, of course
you didn't really.
You didn't want to do either of the two.
Totally.
Read or watch.
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Either or.
Okay, accent, hi. Basically, we start with Millie's POV, right?
Yeah.
Millie is the housemaid, by the way, played by Sweeney in the movie. And she needs a job. She's on parole. She's got to find a job. She's living in her car. And she goes into interview at this beautiful, stunning home, which I believe is on Long Island.
I believe it was filmed on Long Island as well. So if you own that house and you would like us to take a tour of it,
oh my god, that'd be great content.
That'd be
Really good fodder
fantastic.
for the pod.
I think that would be great for both you and I. I think we could both benefit from that.
100%. Think about the publicity.
That'd be
I'm,
great publicity
like,
for you guys.
stuttering today.
It's okay.
I think it's because it's like probably past my bedtime.
It is past both of our bedtime, but I feel like we had.
By the way, it's currently the Super Bowl, and we're filming. I would say we're taking one for the team, but we're actually not because I literally couldn't give less of a shit.
I don't know
football.
who's playing. What I do know about who's playing though is that the same people are playing this Super Bowl as they were the Super Bowl that Katy Perry performed.
Wow. Okay.
That's my fun fact. That's the only fact I remember. I want to believe it's the Patriots and
the Seahawks.
Oh, okay. So you did know.
I did know.
I didn't. I knew it was the Patriots because that made sense to me. I just know that name.
I just feel like the Patriots are literally always in the Super Bowl.
What happened to Jets versus Giants?
Do they play each other?
I don't know, but I feel like I see everyone wearing Jets v Giants.
Well, I think that's just because like we live in New York and those are like the two New York teams.
You could be right with that.
I think that is why, and I don't think they play each other.
Well,
But we're
why
about to get
not?
ourselves canceled because like we're making claims and like this is not a sports podcast.
People are like, blah, 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 blah. It's a book podcast.
This is what we're doing during
watched
the
the
Super Bowl.
We watched the halftime show.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny, if you want
Love
a tour
you.
of my house, my address is
Watch out, Sam.
watch out. I think it's great. I thought it was great.
I thought it was great too.
I'm really happy to be here though and not watching the
100%.
I didn't even know it was today until I want to say they texted in the group chat and said, "Hey, want to hang out?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is."
We had previous plans.
Yeah,
this
we
podcast.
were booked, so we have to book weeks in advance with our schedules.
Yeah, our schedules do not align. Okay, we can't even get into that. Let's just dive right in. Please,
Let's dive into the Okay, wait. So we stopped at
She interviews like literally the first scene.
We're first 5 minutes into the book and movie. So she interviews
Yeah.
for a bunch of places, and she's trying to find a bunch of places. She goes and she's like, "I'm going to be a housemaid for this really rich family. Like, I'm going to interview for them." And then she puts on glasses to look really innocent because she just came out of jail after 10 years. She doesn't know what she's going. She doesn't know what's going on. She's on parole.
She's on parole.
And then a synopsis. Does that give the ending and spoilers?
We can do spoilers. I
Well,
mean,
you should know. Okay, you shouldn't be here if you don't.
should
know.
know,
spoilers.
and like, if you don't know and
Now
you're
you know.
planning to read, like, I would say don't listen to this podcast.
Don't
Not that I want to like discourage listenership, but
come back.
Come back.
Come back, baby.
Come back when you're
Baby,
through.
come back.
It'll make a lot more sense, and it'll be a much more rewarding experience for you.
Yes.
So with that out of the way, I think we can just get right into all the freaking spoilers. Who cares?
Yeah, honestly, F the synopsis.
Okay.
Okay, so I think my first thing.
Oh, okay. So sorry.
How many alarms you got?
Let's turn that
Because you're not even
off.
taking it.
Right.
It's not
Right.
even
Right.
here
Right.
in the
Right.
building.
Right. Totally. I'm just used to snoozing. Okay. We need to stop.
Locking in. So, I want to. Should I start with my overall?
Please do.
I'm gonna start. I was a very harsh critic. Okay, the last podcast, and
Same.
I'm sorry.
We were pretty impassioned.
We were pretty passionate about that one. I'm sorry. I'm actually not sorry. This was a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I think that it really did the book justice.
Stamp of approval.
Yeah, stamp of approval. I do have some things that I stamp of disapproval. But
Totally.
overall stamp of approval.
Right.
So I think what intrigued me is, correct me if I'm wrong because you read the book more recently than I.
Yes.
They started with her interviewing at the Winchester's house instead of her trying to find jobs, failing, and then seeing the ad.
Yes, I believe that is correct.
But that's minor.
That is minor.
That's minor. Honestly, it's fine. That's just something that I noticed. Next.
Yeah.
I think when it starts getting into it, when she gets into the room and she's like, there's nail marks on the door, it didn't look so much like nail marks as it did chips. Like chips in the wood.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting more like nail marks, like.
Oh, like somebody was clawing. I didn't even think about that, actually.
Yeah, like that's what I was picturing. Like, or like at least like clawing like this way out the door, like trying to open it that way.
Yeah.
But it just kind of looked like someone took like a shiv. She's dancing. It kind of looked like someone was taking like a shiv to like get to the lock.
Yes. Huh. You used to be like in criminal justice, so like maybe that's why.
I did, so that's a fun fact.
Yeah, you're picking up on those things that I
Yeah.
might not be quite as adept at noticing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, that is something that I feel like that's because that was just for me. Like when she was like, I could probably find it in the book. She said like there was like noticeable like she was like there's scratchings on the door that look like nail marks, like someone was trying to get out.
So that's really interesting to me because like that plus the door not locking plus the window not opening, like I would literally be out of there. Like I get
Like, excuse me,
that she like really needed the job, but like
how did he clear out
I'm
the bedroom
sorry.
so soon? You know what I mean? He took the sheets off and everything, and she was knocked out.
that was really
I don't remember the sheets being gone too.
I wonder if he did a little drug moment also.
Could have. Hi, beautiful girl.
The dogs are here.
Hi, girl. You want to come up here?
Hi, baby. Oh,
That's adorable. She's here for the pod.
she's here for the pod. What do you have to say?
This is Molly.
This is Molly. Molly, you can be a part of this.
She's just gonna lay down on you.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
I love that.
That's beautiful. I wish I could get moose. I feel like that'd have been.
That would be amazing.
You remind me of those like the people they turn around their toe and they're like, I've been expecting you. It's the
Okay,
bald
so
guy with like
terrifying.
a cat.
Hi, baby.
But you're not
Okay.
bald and it's not a cat.
Right. Okay, and just like that, she's gone.
She has a short attention.
And just like that, Carrie Bradshaw.
Beautiful. Okay.
Cinematic.
That's something that really okay. I'm gonna start off with something. Seyfried, Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried.
Seyfried. I think Amanda Seyfried is one of the most phenomenal actresses.
She's fantastic.
She's fantastic. She played Crazy so well. I honestly like.
She is scary. Like she had me scared.
I was really upset, like really passionately upset prior to seeing this because I also don't think I've really seen her in much of these crazier roles. Like to
I
me,
definitely haven't. No.
She's Mamma Mia.
Yes, or Karen from Mean Girls.
Or Karen from Mean Girls, yes. So, not that I wasn't expecting her to really pull through, but I was really stuck on the fact that in the book, Nina's supposed to be a size like 14, 16, and Amanda is like a size 2 on a bad day. She's a 2 on a bad day.
Yeah.
You know
That
what I
was a big like
mean?
plot point thing because there was a lot of confusion. Like Millie had a lot of like internal dialogue where she was
Which we
saying
missed out
like
on.
I don't understand why he's with her. Like they're so unevenly matched in terms of attractiveness levels. And she says in the book, Nina, when we switch to her perspective,
Sorry.
when we switch to Nina's perspective and she's like explaining the whole thing, she says that she tried to make herself as unattractive to him as possible because he wanted to have a baby and she didn't want to have a baby with him. So she wanted him to be repulsed by her. And so like that's why she was intentionally putting on weight.
Yeah.
Especially because he would try to get her to stop eating so much.
Yeah, like she would get very small portions.
Right.
And that was like part of it. Like she was like, I barely saw her eat.
Yep.
Or barely, if any, saw her eat, but then there was always like food. But that also brings me, the size part brings me to when she was giving away her clothes to Millie. She said, I don't need these anymore, not, I don't fit into these anymore.
Yes.
Like in the book, she was like, I don't fit into these anymore, to, like, you know what I mean? Like, take them. Like, otherwise they're just going to go to Goodwill, essentially. She shouldn't say Goodwill, but. And then in the movie, she was like, I don't need these anymore. And I think that made it almost more believable for Andrew. I feel like it almost made it more believable in the movie. Like I feel like if it's size wise, like I think in the book she said that she was like, I'm gonna try and lose the weight and then it's gonna be I'll fit into them again. But in the book, I mean in the movie she didn't. Okay. Let me think. In the movie she just said that she didn't need them anymore, so I feel like it was more believable that Millie could have stolen it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in the book I feel like it was less believable of that and more like she's just going crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
May I ask you a question as someone who watched the movie first?
100%. That's what I'm here for.
At what point did you think that? Did you guess the plot? Like, did you guess this?
Oh,
you didn't.
So I had like, I actually had a thought similar to one that your mom had, where I thought that he was giving her the pills to make her crazy. I didn't understand that that was like a plan that she had created on her own, like soberly.
Okay.
I thought that.
And that's why the pill was in the toilet, so it looked like she was taking them, but the pill was in the toilet.
Yeah. So I never actually quite understood. Maybe you could help me understand.
Okay.
Why? Like, what was going on with the pills? So she wasn't actually taking them. She was being prescribed them. I always mess up that.
Subscribe to our channel, actually,
Subscribe.
while we're here.
Please subscribe. Join the 11 subscribers.
You can be 12.
It's a party. She was being prescribed them because she was sent to the psych ward. So they're like saying she needs all these antipsychotics and blah, blah, blah. But it's in the toilet because she's not actually taking them.
Yes.
Does Andrew want her to actually be taking them?
I think so because they're sedatives.
Oh.
Like if you like the one she looked up, it's prescribed for like psychosis. Like those typical things are like not like full sedatives, but they're essentially sedatives.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he wants her to take them because it
should
will
be
like
more weaken her.
Exactly. And it should be more calm.
Okay.
Like he's drugging her. You know what I mean? Like
right.
The drugs in the cabinet could be those drugs too.
Yes.
Okay. But like just at a stronger dosage. Like per se. But like she's just pretending to take them because she needs to do what she can to get her and her baby out of there.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, now this brings me to another thought that I had, and I really want to talk about Cece for a second because
a great actress.
Great actress.
Fantastic for a child.
She was probably like 10, I don't know. She did a great job. But I was a little fuzzy on like how much Cece knew because they mentioned it only briefly in the movie, and I did pick up on it the first time, but they explained it a lot more in the book. So then after I listened to the book, like I realized that she said this when she's writing the letter to Cece. She said, when you spilled juice at the table, I got sent up to the attic, basically.
Yeah.
So
because Cece wasn't being punished.
Right. But
she was being punished for Cece.
So I want to know how much Cece knew, and then also like why Cece was like behaving the way that she was behaving towards Millie. Like, was she involved in the plan? Did the mom tell her at all? Like, she was being very cold towards Millie, and then at the end she ran over to her to like give her a hug at the funeral.
I think here's my thought process.
Yeah, please.
So in the movie there was a clip of the dollhouse, and Cece's reenacting the dinner scene where he's like, juice is a privilege.
Right.
And then next time you see the dollhouse after that, it's her and Andrew at the dinner table and mom's in the attic. So yeah, it cuts to them two at the dinner table and mom in the attic.
I remember that. I don't know why when I saw that, I thought that it was Millie. I was trying to understand it in my head, and I'm like, who's in the attic? Is it Millie? Is she like putting her there, like
No,
because
because the
that's where she
troll
lives?
was Millie. Because remember, she took the troll, and the mom, dad, and Cece were at the dinner table, and the troll was in the attic.
Yes.
And the troll was Millie, and then Millie took herself out of the attic, like a foreshadow. She was like, "Don't go," and it took her. That's how I took it, as like a foreshadowing moment for those who didn't know.
Yes.
Because I don't remember that part in the book necessarily, but
No,
I
I
know
don't
that it
remember that
happened
either, actually.
But I think that was the foreshadowing of like mommy's being locked in the attic herself. But
So she knew.
I think Cece knew, but I don't think Cece knew to the extent of how bad it was. Because I'm pretty
Right.
sure. Hi, kid.
We have a cat very close to our materials right now. Materials? Sorry, what am I trying to say? Our setup? Like, hello?
Yeah,
materials? Materials
tail's
is giving,
gonna
like,
be in it.
pieces of fabric. Like,
Kit.
Pixie. Pixie, if you want to be in, you can.
Kit, stop.
If there's shaky footage right now, it's literally because
It's
Pixie is our camera
Can you
woman.
hear? Come here. So yeah, so I think I think Cece knew what was going on. I just don't think she knew the extent of like the abuse that was happening up there.
Right.
I think that
I mean, no
Cece-
child could like even conceptualize like yeah, you need to pull out 100 strands of your hair with the follicle attached.
Well, also he was so good to Cece because he wasn't hurting Cece. He was hurting, which is I really want you to read. Nope. Silent Patient. Nope. Housemaid. No. I'll think of it, and I really want you to read it.
Okay.
Oh my God. Nope. The Silent. Nope. Behind Closed Doors. I want you to read Behind Closed Doors.
Okay. Is it also
It's
like
a great book
recommendation?
recommendation.
You don't have to spoil it.
I'm not going to.
Okay, perfect.
So, anyways, but I feel as though I read Behind Closed Doors before The Housemaid, so I think that kind of made me. I figured out The Housemaid pretty early on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was because I read that book before. Anyways, so I think that was like that foreshadowing moment of like mommy in the attic. Like I think Cece knew that mom was going to the attic, but also like Cece's a baby. If Andrew's being the sweetest man ever to her and not harming her, she's gonna be like, oh, he's a good guy. And if he's like, mommy's in the attic because she's going through a mental break and I don't want her hurting you, then that's what Cece's thinking. He's not gonna be like, mommy's in the attic because I'm making her pull out 300 follicles of her hair with the root still intact.
Right, because she forgot to get a touch up and she needs to go back to Mark or whatever.
God forbid she forgot her touch up.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although, also there's a big thing in the book where, like, Nina was very worried that, like, he would eventually start hurting Cece.
I think because Cece was young, I don't think he would hurt a young child. I think the reason she was worried is because that's not his biological daughter, too.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I just, like, I got the sense that he, and maybe this is, like, a completely off take, but, like, I got the sense that part of why he wanted to, like, basically torture these women was tied to the romantic relationship aspect. Like, I don't know that he necessarily would, like, put Cece in that same situation. I don't know what's giving me that vibe, but, like
sadism. I have to agree, but I also have to disagree because I believe that in the book they went into more detail about how the mom was kind of more involved in why. I mean, like in the movie, she just said she was like, "You really his tooth was found like out of his head."
Wait, we need to talk about that because I still am kind of confused about that. Like,
oh, okay.
Like, what the hell does that mean?
So here's what it means.
Okay.
So,
thank God.
well, he has the whole thing where he says juice is a privilege.
Right.
Hair is a privilege.
Right.
Like essentially breathing is a privilege.
Yeah.
So
he got that literally verbatim from his mother.
He got it from his mother. So he was going through that. So that's what he was taught was love, essentially.
Right.
Like that's
was
how he
the mother abusive?
Yes.
Okay.
In the book,
I don't think we made that clear enough.
In the book, I feel like it goes more into detail about the mother's creepy, abusive aspect side of it all.
Okay, maybe I like zoned out during that because I'm not remembering that.
I believe it did.
I totally believe you. I have a tendency to sometimes zone out and forget that I zoned out and then not go back and reread slash listen.
I'll figure it out. But I want to slap her across her botch face. Okay.
Because I wasn't sure at the end, like, if she was like, you know, kudos to Nina for like killing him, or if she was like encouraging his evil, abusive behavior. I couldn't figure it out.
I feel well. Mom knew. Mom literally knew this abuse was happening.
Okay.
Mom knew.
Mom knew.
My phone went broke.
Mom
I wish I
knew.
could do like a PDF scan, like all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
yeah.
Mom.
Control F.
Yeah, Control F. Enzo was not that prominent in the movie as he was.
That was
book.
the biggest.
That was big.
Difference,
You want to talk about that while I try to find Mom?
Yeah, so there's a whole section like when they do the switch over to Nina's POV, which by the way I think was done really well. They did in the book like a switching back and forth between Nina's POV and Millie's POV, like towards the end.
Yeah.
Because for a while it was just Millie, obviously, and then you get to the switch up and you learn that Andrew is the villain, not Nina. And we get her backstory, and then we go back to Millie as she's like living the fantasy life, or so she thinks, with Andrew. And I thought that was done really nicely. But while Millie is living the dream life with Andrew before he starts abusing her and throwing her in the attic, Nina is sleeping with Enzo. Like,
yeah,
he's basically like, I've always had a
Speak on
thing
it.
for you.
Yeah, Enzo is a much more prominent character. I don't know why they took him out.
They
This
literally
is
start
beautiful.
sleeping together. They have a whole conversation about like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
like
I
a
thought
whole-
Nina was like, oh, I thought you were protecting me like a sister.
And there was also a whole part.
And he was like, you, not a sister, never a sister.
You not
like,
a sister, you a lover. But there was also a whole part where he was interacting with one of the women more often than he usually does. He was interacting with her more and more and more, and then all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure it was Millie. And then all of a sudden, it's like he spoke a full sentence in perfect English,
Oh,
and she
yes.
was like, "What?" Because he'd be like, "No, speak English," like,
yeah.
like or like really broken English, and then all of a sudden he speaks perfect English to warn her.
Yeah.
And I think that was like, I think that would have been like a really, listen, I'm very happy with the way that this movie turned out. Like, and I'm a harsh critic, as we could tell from our last podcast.
Right.
However, I believe that they did a fantastic job. Would I have liked to see that aspect of it more? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, I was like, I mean, I watched in reverse order, and I think like when I watch a movie first, then I read the book, like it really does alter the way that you consume them both. And the thing is, I watched the movie, then I listened to the audiobook, then I watched the movie again. So like really feeling personally bonded to the movie. But when I was listening to the audiobook, and it was like a crazy voice, but I was still like picturing the scenes happening in my head with Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney.
Okay.
Okay, we found it.
So I found it.
She
It's
control
page-
F's in her mind.
Yes, it's page 321, angel number. So this is the scene at, it's page 321. It's the scene at the wake. So she goes, yes, she murmurs, they told me how he looked when they found him. Her shrewd eye, okay, I'm gonna restart. They told me how he looked when they found him. I'm gonna skip over everything that's not dialogue. Maybe. They told me how he looked when they found him. Her shrewd eyes bore into me. They told me about his missing teeth. Oh God, she knows. She definitely knows. Blah 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 blah. Evelyn, I choked out. Her eyes drift back to her face. At his long eyelashes closed forever. She pursed her. Oh my God. Let me restart that again. Evelyn, I choked out. I don't. Her eyes drift back to her son's face. At his long eyelashes closed forever. She purses her lips. I always told him, she says, how important dental hygiene is. I told him he had to brush every night, and when he didn't, there would be punishment. There was always a punishment when you break the rules. What? What was she saying? Evelyn, if you don't take care of your teeth, she continues, then you lose the privilege to have teeth. Evelyn. Andy knew that. He knew that was my rule. She lifted her eyes. When I pulled out one of his baby teeth with pliers, I thought he understood. I stared at her, too afraid to speak, too afraid of the next words that leave her mouth. And when they finally came, it takes my breath away. It's such a shame, she says, that he never really learned. I'm glad you stepped up and taught him a lesson. And that is why I'm kind of pissed that they took that out. because
Yeah, it wasn't clear enough.
wow,
in
I
the
really
movie.
controlled F that.
You really did.
That was fantastic of me.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, but that's why I was like, I found that so. Should I do audiobook? Sorry, I found. Hi, kid.
Hi, baby.
What else? Any thoughts on the movie? Do you like the movie or the book better?
She's undecided.
No comment.
Jury's still out.
That's why I found it really interesting that they kind of cut that part out. I guess because it leaves the viewers a little bit more undecided.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was really prominent in the book, where it was like, I'm glad you taught him a lesson. But I also think that's like kind of what I feel like in my head it was like almost like she wanted someone. Oh my god, they're on a timer. Well, I don't know what the hell the remote is.
Well, we might have to deal with
Well, change of scenery.
change of scenery.
The
love's gone.
love's gone. The love was gone. But I think it's almost like she was proud of her for doing what she did.
Well, there's also the aspect too where like they talk about it a little bit in the book that the mother, her name is Evelyn.
Yes.
Evelyn was never satisfied with his marriage to Nina.
No.
So I almost feel like Nina killing him was like the ultimate punishment for the fact that he was a perpetual disappointment in his marriage.
That's a beautiful take. That's really smart.
You know what
There's
I mean?
always a punishment.
He no longer lives with her.
You lose your privilege.
Can't punish him anymore, like physically,
Yeah.
because they don't live in the same space. He's also a grown man and she's an old woman.
Was she the reason that Nina always had to wear white, or was it Andrew? Because they never talked about that in the movie. Why she only wears white.
I'm not sure.
I believe it was because
also,
of Andrew, but I think it was Evelyn's influence on Andrew.
that's also the reason why Cece was always in those like weird ass dresses, like the frilly dresses. They talk about it in the book that like she wants to wear like clothes that are more like the rest of her peers, and Andrew is telling her she needs to be like dolled up in these like frilly dresses that she hates.
Yeah.
I just like don't get like why was he so obsessed with like that? I guess because the mom like forced him to be.
I think it's just another level of like, I don't
Just
know,
like I can't like my
is it
ability to
Seyfried-
feel like pity and sadness for a man is just like it really only
I felt
extends so far.
there was no pity or sadness felt for that man.
No,
He was on the screen and I was like,
you can always learn.
he's a great actor. Him as a person, maybe he's great. It's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock.
The Super Bowl has ended. Actually, I have no idea if the Super Bowl's ended.
It probably hasn't, considering that sport goes on for longer than anything I could ever possibly fathom.
And you know what? I was gagged by that. I was asking how long the Super Bowl was going to be. I was like, what? It's going to be like 2 hours. My dad was like, maybe like 4 or 5. And I go, oh my God.
Yeah, and it's like literally like 11 minutes of actual playing time. Like it's just
That's what pisses me off, I think, the most. We can get into that, but not today. Anyways, so I think that I wish that like, because I think it leaves everyone kind of wondering like why Andrew turned out that way, but I think it's creepier for me finding out that Evelyn said that stuff was creepier than if Andrew just came up with this all on his own.
Yeah, it's like passed down. Like,
but passed down what? Sociopath?
Right.
Psychopath?
And like, where did she get it from?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, is this like something she learned maybe from her husband, because his dad's not in the picture? It's just mom.
Right.
So it's like, was dad punished? Because because the second that Millie had any sort of power over him, she did the same thing back.
Mm-hmm.
I also love the ending when she starts. The woman's like, "You came highly recommended from," and then all of a sudden it's like, it just shows her bruise. I don't think she touched a knife in it, but I think it just showed her bruise.
Yeah.
And I think that was just like, I really liked that because like women supporting women,
but like also, dude, if I was Millie, I would literally never set foot into anybody else's home ever again.
Like, oh my God,
kudos to her, because
no, good for her. But she already killed someone.
She already killed someone. She's like desensitized, dude. She's like, let me kill them all.
She already killed someone.
Let me kill them all.
She killed 2 people. Matter of fact, not only did she kill 2 people, she also, like, she said in the book and in the movie, she's like, I have a habit for sticking up for like women in danger.
Yeah, that
like
is true.
she like loved it. Like, should she have maybe been a detective,
Right.
or a police officer perchance to get on that side of the law, maybe. Maybe.
Let's get out from behind the bars,
And
perhaps.
where's Enzo? Because
Where is Enzo?
because because Nina was like, hey, I'm gonna need your help cleaning up.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was like, where's Enzo now?
Right. We didn't even see him again, did we?
No, we did not. He was gone.
Yeah.
I just wish he had a bigger part. I feel like I
I
really
know, plus
liked
he's really sexy.
beautiful.
They did a really great casting job with
Thank
that.
you for that. I'm pretty sure there was a shirtless scene that we missed. Speaking of shirtless, boobs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were a little bit
I'm gonna look at how long that-
gratuitous with the sex scenes.
I'm gonna look at how long it was in the book because it wasn't that
Not long. It was not. It was like, yeah, we slept together.
Yeah.
They really went for it in the movie, but I guess that's what you cast Sydney Sweeney for, right? I'm guessing that's probably gonna get me canceled.
It it could get you canceled. But I have to agree. Sydney Sweeney to me is Marilyn Monroe, and that's a crazy comparison. Let me hold up my mic. I think that's a crazy
Right.
comparison, but on stage, from the show that I just closed today, I was given a Marilyn Monroe magazine. So I read it front to cover, so I know everything about her. Marilyn originally rose to fame, kind of for her body essentially, and how it was scandalous at the time. And I think Sydney Sweeney also rose to fame with her body, during Euphoria. But I think that she played on it so much that that's almost like what she's known for. And I think it was kind of hard for me to picture Millie, who was supposed to be so sweet and innocent and baby, as Sydney Sweeney.
Right.
I think she, for the most part, pulled through with that role. I think I just wanted to see more.
She honestly did a good job, I thought.
Yeah. I think the casting was really good minus the size 14 situation.
Yeah.
But I think Amanda, if you're watching this,
You killed, sis.
thank you.
You killed.
Thank you. Let me find this.
What are you looking for?
I'm finding. I want to see how long this little scene was.
Oh.
Because I just don't.
I will say there were like a few minor discrepancies, like in terms of like this is just like semantics now, but like with the Broadway tickets in the book, Andrew had said to Millie, "Hey, like to make Nina feel better. I know she really wanted to go to this show. Can you book us tickets, like, and the hotel room?" And then he said to her, go find out from Nina, like, what dates work. So then Millie went to ask her, like, what dates, and that's when Nina told her the wrong date. But in the movie, Nina was the one that ideated the whole Broadway show thing.
Yeah.
And asked them to get the tickets. I mean, it's, again, semantics. Like, I'm really, like, splitting hairs here. And it doesn't really make that big of a difference, but it is something I just, like, wanted to note that I picked up on. I'm trying to think if there was like anything else kind of similar to that.
I was expecting Cece to be also smaller than she was when she was drowning. Like I was expecting a baby, so.
Oh, like an infant? Like we're literally throwing an infant into a bathtub?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did. Anyways, I'm putting this down. There was many more instances with Enzo in the book. I just read like 4.
Yeah, he was a bigger role.
Yeah, and then I think the last thing he said was like, "Get out while you still can," and she was like, "And he spoke it in perfect English."
Yes, I do.
He's understood me the whole time, and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Get out.
Like, babe, go.
But I think it's beautiful that Nina came back for Millie.
Totally.
I think it's beautiful.
Totally.
Because I think deep down I think her whole thing was, I need to get out.
Yeah, that's why Millie didn't blame her for a single second. Like,
no, not 1 second did Millie blame her. If anything, it was like an alliance. But I think that, honestly, Nina got extremely lucky by picking Millie.
Totally. But she did like extensive research and she knew.
Yeah.
Like, she
knew she'd be
researched
able to
the crime.
handle her
She
own.
researched that she had murdered him. Like, did she know that she was trying to like do the whole prevent of the rape thing?
Yeah, well, she didn't. The thing is what it's only like what's released that you can get.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I
why
mean?
I'm
Like it's not
asking.
necessarily all details, but like
Yeah,
Nina has power, so it's like she could have gotten that. But I'm pretty sure all Nina did know was that
she was capable
she
of
was
murder.
capable of murder because she was just in jail for 10 years.
Right.
But also that makes her what that happened in college.
Yeah.
So that
Or
makes
like
her
boarding school, like high school.
yeah. That makes I think it happened when what she was like 16
Yeah, something
because I'm
like
pretty
that.
sure she came out when she was like 26 ish.
Yeah,
But that was a really scary scene. Trigger warning, which no one gave. I need to blow my
of
nose, so I just
course.
need to pause. Anyways, I think that was. I think it was just beautiful, the way. I don't know. I'm just such a harsh critic, and I think this is for like the first time a movie that has done the book justice. And for
Yeah,
that, I want to say thank you.
I was impressed.
I like, I'm so happy about it. I'm sad. I'm so satisfied. I was going into this so unsatisfied from already just the sizing thing with Amanda because
Yeah,
that just ticked me off because there were so many comments that she made in the book. She'd be like, "What? You think I'm fat? Oh, because
yeah,
I'm fat. Oh, I'm fat." And I'm like, and then all of a sudden she size 2. I'm like, "Oh my god."
yeah. It just like wasn't even really a part of it at
It wasn't
all.
at all. And honestly, I'm really glad that they didn't just try and be like, "Let's keep it in," even though she's size 2.
Yeah, well, oh my god, that would
That would have been
not have gone over well with the public.
no, no.
No.
Um, but
I'm actually happy to hear that because I was really curious to get your take, like, having read the book first.
having read the book first, I feel I'm speechless. I'm satisfied. I'd watch it again. I think it did a pretty good justice. I obviously I don't think it's perfect, but I
Right.
think that allowing it to be 2 hours, I think got
They
everything in
managed
that
to
it
get
needed
in
to be.
almost every single crucial detail, and where they took creative liberties, like, I didn't think that it was problematic.
I don't think it took away from the plot at all.
Yeah.
When they took, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm really satisfied.
I
Thank
will
you.
say my one qualm with watching a movie before a
Well,
book is
I love it.
like it just takes and you will have this no matter what you do because if you watch the movie first, like then you're reading the book second. If you're reading the book first, you are watching the movie second. So like the thing is, I feel like a lot of the power and the impact in reading a book comes from like, especially with this genre, like finding out the plot.
Yeah.
Like when I was reading, I already knew what happened because I had seen the
Mm.
movie. So like that kind of takes away from
Yeah.
the reading experience, but I can kind of appreciate the work as a whole, like with the two pieces kind of like interconnecting.
I also think it's the way.
We need to go to
Sorry,
bed.
it's bedtime. I
We
think
need
it's
to go to
also
bed.
the way that Freida McFadden writes. That it was
Mm-hmm.
very intentional every single line. That it's like each moment it's like, could it be this? And then it's like that gets like knocked and it's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's not that. Oh, but could it be that? You know what I mean? And, like it builds, it builds, it builds. And I also think like I do love reading before watching a movie because I picture my own people in my
Yeah,
head.
I
Like I had
prefer
my
to
own
read first.
I had my own picture of these people. And there was like a scene like she came in. I was about to say her audition, her interview.
Mm-hmm.
During her interview, she wore her glasses, and then all of a sudden, Nina was like, "Wear your glasses," and she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm wearing contacts," and then she's like, "Well, wear your glasses around Andrew," something like that to make her like
Oh,
uglier, quote unquote, which is rude because I have glasses and I wear them.
style choice.
But then I'm pretty sure there was a part where she took them off to be more appealing to Andrew, and then Nina clocked it, and she's like, "You know what I mean?" So
Yeah.
I think that's something I do wish I saw as well. But also like that was such a minor detail like that they used. I think that I'm just like they took every detail that needed to be taken and did it.
Yes. I do want to actually point out there's one thing that you get when you read the book that you don't get when you watch the movie. And of course, like this always happens, but you get a much more extensive understanding of Nina's whole plan and
Yeah.
to what degree she planned it out. Like you get a sense when she's writing the letter CC, but in the book she says like it's crucial that she sleeps with him. Like she mentions
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah. No, it's
in the
like
movie, but like she really goes in depth in the book. Like this is essential.
Well, also something that was different from the book and the movie is, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's just the book. In the movie, there were two separate rooms, and then she went into Andrew's room.
Yes, yes.
In the book, there was only one hotel room left, so it was like they were forced. But I'm also,
Right.
also,
Looking
they
at my
booked the
notes.
night out. She booked the night out for them on the day that she couldn't go, whatever X Y Z, and she booked them a hotel room because they were going to spend the night together in the
Mhm.
hotel room, Nina and Andrew.
Mhm.
But that's why there was only one room, and then they get there and they couldn't get two separate rooms.
Yeah.
That was like the whole part. But then it was like, I can't drive, neither can I. Okay, like their whole plan was to drive back
Yeah.
that night and not even use the hotel room.
Yeah.
But this plot was like, there wasn't even a hotel room. They just decided to then book a hotel room, book two separate hotel rooms, and
Yeah.
then she went into his room
Right, because of all the crazy texts.
because of all the crazy texts. Meanwhile, in the book, there was already a hotel room, and then they get there. There was no other hotel rooms.
Yeah,
to
so they
book,
just
so
had
they
to.
had to. It was like forced.
Also, I just want to say it's super foreshadowing that when they go to the Broadway play that she's dressed in Nina's clothes, they have her hair curled like exactly like Nina. She looks
Yeah.
literally exactly like Nina, aka she's taking her place. Just
The
thought
curls
that
were-
was like
Yeah.
a fun little cinematic foreshadowing moment.
Well, I think that's why Nina gave her the clothes as well.
Yeah, to like really slot her into that role.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
like
so he can really
seamlessly.
picture it. You know what I mean?
100%.
He's not gonna picture her in sweats.
100%.
You can't go to a show in sweats. I mean, I have in the past. I can't. I went to a show this morning in this outfit.
I have a note here that says Emilia thinks Nina's hair should be more grown out.
So yeah, so
We can
I
talk about
just
this briefly.
yeah, so I think in the book, not like so much more grown out, but like I felt like her roots was only like were here. Like I feel like they were minor. I wanted to see roots more like here because in the book I feel like they pictured her much more disheveled than
Mhm.
she was, which is fine. But I think I wanted to see that disheveling, and I think over time they showed her being more and more and more disheveled.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like it started like more proper, and then it's
Right.
like slowly the makeup was messed up.
Yeah.
The makeup was a little bit confusing during that one scene because it looked more like she was punched. Than
I was gonna say the
her
same thing. Like
blush.
I came back and like it was giving like she's been abused like while she was away.
Exactly, and I was like, oh my god, did she get hit? No, it's her makeup. So I feel like we need to like work on the makeup
Yeah,
artist aspect.
that
of
was
that one.
definitely a little bit.
But
confusing.
I feel like
So then I offered a counterpoint to this
Yes.
where I said I agreed, and then I was like, you know what? Wait, actually, maybe this small amount of roots showing, but him still having a problem with it is meant to emphasize like how psychotic he is. Like the roots are barely even grown out, and he's
Yeah.
literally like, "Hair is a privilege, Nina." Like
yeah, it's barely.
it's
barely.
embarrassing to walk around with your roots like this, and it's like nobody would ever notice that, but
But the-
because he's so psychotic and like so like zoomed into that one thing, that he would notice
But
it.
the thing is, I feel as though I think it was really interesting how he said, "How like do you understand how embarrassing for me it is for your
Yes.
roots to be grown out?
I was
Not
like,
how embarrassing it is for your roots to be grown out. Period. How embarrassing it is
for me to have my wife walking around with roots grown out.
And I was like, oh, is it now?
Is it though? Like
It's not really. It's
Sus.
preference, I guess.
Oh, there was also one other thing. In the book, when he does the thing to Millie, it's a completely different reason and a completely different punishment. In the book, she is like reading his books and she leaves the books out.
Yes.
And he says, he locks her in the attic with the books and he says, you need to balance these books on your stomach for 3 hours.
Yes.
And in the movie, she accidentally breaks one of the
That's
plates.
pretty gory.
And he says, yeah, you broke the plate into 21 pieces. Now you need to use this shard of plate and cut 21 cuts into your stomach with the plate shard.
But the book thing, I feel like the book thing was more interesting for me because she had to balance it on her stomach. And there was a bunch of books too. So she just stack them high to the point where she was like, I was getting bruises. Because
Right.
each time the book fell over, she would have to start over again. So she was locked in that room for a while. She had to use the bucket in the closet. She ran out of water completely. Like it, you know what I mean? Like she ran out of her necessities to the point where then she had like, and then it was also like he said something. He was like, "I put those 3 waters in there. Like that's everything you're getting. Like use it sparingly."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm on my last drop." Like, but she had to balance it for 3 hours, and she had to wait for those 3 hours to be up.
Yeah.
And then it would be like 2 hours and 59 minutes, and it would fall, and he'd be like, "Well, time to start over, I guess.
I almost think that the China one was I liked it more. It feels more relevant to me
Yeah.
than the books.
I think.
But now that you're describing it that way, I'm like, which one is more gruesome?
Right, because like I mean, like I get the cutting the stomach, like owie.
It's
you know what I mean?
harsh. It
But
definitely
like that could be
is.
done in like 10 minutes, and the
Right.
book thing is, I think the book thing is more of a mental thing, where the cutting is more physical.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of if you want it to be more physical or more
Yeah.
mental. I think they just wanted him on like the harsher aspect of like they were using a lot of the gruesome
Yeah.
punishments opposed to the mental punishments, which made him be more of a um sadist opposed to like a sociopath. Those are two probably not the comparisons. But I feel like sadist is like the hurting yourself aspect,
Yeah.
and the sociopath is like mental.
That sounds right. Although I wouldn't claim to have any expertise on that.
I went to school for a year for that, and I don't really have any expertise either.
Perfect.
So if you do in the comments,
We're qualified.
let me know. But that's what I felt like. I feel like it was more of like a physical thing. But I feel like
Yeah.
I wish it was also more. But I also think it's like it was a 2 hour movie already. Like we had to speed it up. Like
Yeah.
that's something.
I think the pacing was great.
I think pacing was fantastic. I loved the switch to Nina's POV. What I
Yeah.
loved, which I feel like we didn't get in the book, and correct me if I'm wrong because you just read the book. I loved Nina's screaming.
With
And
the
then
laugh that
Yeah, it cut Nina screaming, and then it was like, oh, like they're in their la di da like coupley era, and then it cut back to her screaming, and then she's like,
Yeah.
like, okay, let's do it,
Let's
and like then she
frickin'
goes,
get out of here, brother.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I liked that it was like that scream of like it was like the frustration and the anger of years and years of going through this for your plan to finally
Yeah.
work out.
But the way they cut it, like you think she's screaming because she's upset that she's getting
Kicked out.
divorced.
Yeah.
And then you realize after.
I think the one of the other like foreshadowing things that I liked that they did, I don't remember if they did it in the book, is when I think they did do it in the book, when she's bringing Cece to camp and he's like, does she really need all of that? And she's like, well, I don't want to miss home. It's because she was like this was the plan all along. She was packing for her to leave.
Yeah.
So Cece could have her things.
That's
Like
a nice touch.
The entire it was a week sleepaway camp. If you see the entire back of that is filled.
Yeah.
But Cece didn't know the plan.
Right.
You know, but then Cece was the reason that they went back to get Millie.
Yeah. Good on Cece.
Thanks, Cece. That's great.
You
If you're watching this. But yeah, all in all, I feel like
I was satisfied.
I'm very satisfied.
I think I gave the movie like 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. So I would equate that to like an 8.
Yeah.
It's not my typical genre, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I would say I read Behind Closed Doors before I read Housemaid, so I was able to pick up on the plot a little bit easier because that was like one of my earlier thrillers. So I would also give it an 8 for that aspect because like I kind of guessed the plot. I guessed the plot relatively early on. I'd have to say, like at least halfway through, like Millie's portion, not even halfway through the book. The movie, because I'm comparing the movie itself, I'd say was like a 4 out of 5. The movie compared to in relation to the book, I'd say was like a 4.5 out of 5. Like I'm really satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it.
Yeah.
I don't even have anything.
That's
else
a
to say.
win. We've really taken an upswing from
The last one.
the last one.
Yeah, I'm really happy about this. I'm really satisfied. I'm really excited for our next one, which we have a week to read 350 pages.
Like literally,
I'm really so scared.
No, it's scary. I'm on chapter 7.
Tomorrow I'm gonna try and get to chapter. You're on 7.
Yes.
Tomorrow I'm gonna try and get to chapter 10.
Okay.
I don't know how well that's going to work.
I'm gonna try to listen on the train. I have work. I'll be getting up in 8 hours.
Oh my god. Let's end this then.
I gotta go to work, guys. I have a full-time job. Maybe eventually I won't have to work a full-time job anymore because this will be my full-time job.
I'm working 3 jobs, so if you guys would like to
feel free to
blow
support
this
us.
up, support us in our career.
Next
would
time
like-
we're gonna talk about Well, you don't know that yet.
You don't know that yet, and you won't know that until you're watching the
Maybe
next
I'll bleep
podcast.
it, and I'll be like, next time we're going to talk about bleep.
Yeah. Next time you guys get so excited, we are going to be talking about what's it called? Maybe we can do this on the red carpet one day.
Suspense, maybe.
An interview. Maybe blow us up and we can do
Oh
this
my
on the
God,
red
can
carpet.
you imagine the two of us interviewing celebs?
We would just be talking the whole time and they'd be staring at us.
No, 100%. We'd be like, you know our friend Sarah?
Do you know our friend Sarah's boyfriend, Chris?
Oh my God, love
Oh
him.
my god. Could
Shout
you
out
imagine?
Chris.
Shout out Chris.
Shout out Sarah. Name drop Sarah, shout out Chris.
Exactly.
Obsessed.
Yes, of course. We have to name drop Sarah every podcast.
Every podcast. Me and her went to coffee today. We went to
Oh,
coffee shop in
really?
Riverside, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen her in like 100 years. I was like, hey,
Yeah,
any
when was the
chance you
last
want?
time I saw her?
And she was like, I was like, I haven't heard from you in weeks. And she was like, yeah, because my phone's broken. She was like, I'm not getting any of your texts. I was like, dream.
Good.
Right.
Well, she saw my show, and that was the last time I saw her.
Oh, okay, nice.
But I know she went back to school, and then I have like
Yeah.
a million jobs, so it's like
Yeah,
it's
we
really
can never
difficult.
see each other. It's so tough.
I know. Can you believe that? That really sucks.
It's so
because we
rude.
were great over the summer.
We were locked in.
Because I was also doing her nails. That's why.
Yeah, well, every 3 weeks. You got me every 3 weeks.
Score. And every like week and a half. Well, now I get to see. Now I have the privilege and honor of seeing you like almost like a week from today.
Yeah, Friday the 13th will be in theaters.
And guess what? Maybe we should do those videos where it's like, guess what we're seeing.
Okay, perfect.
Should we see how our TikTok is doing?
Yeah. Okay, that's all for today, guys. I
That's all
have
for
to
you
go
guys.
home because I have a job that I commute to, and I will be getting up at 6 a.m. So
I don't commute.
that's a dream life. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Tune in next week.
Like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms.
Love
You
you
love
all.
us, you know it.